LCS week 1, day 1, FlyQuest versus Golden Guardians. Let's turn the sound off. ×2. Alright. So right off the bat, Galio 1 pick, Golden Guardians not separating the Camille Galio. So that's always going to be interesting. And then FlyQuest also get the Ezreal into Lucian. So it is going to be a lot of early pressure. I'm expecting the Urgot to match the Galio. So Golden Guardians is going to have pressure mid, pressure bottom, and Olaf. They ban Tahm Kench Alistar and go Morgana. That's interesting. That was also the FlyQuest bans of Braum Thresh. Alright, then they go for a Scion top with Vlad. So Golden Guardians is going for just a ton of early game pressure, and they have a teamfight Vlad that's scaling. I'm expecting Golden Guardians to get like every dragon. Their goal of this game should be we don't have to fight ever. Like if our Olaf can track the Camille the whole game, then that's perfect. Then our lanes will be able to get bot turret. We'll have the Galio stuck under turret. The Olaf's job is just to use its laner's prio to make sure that he can track the Camille. In a perfect world, Golden Guardians would take the outer turrets without dying or getting a kill. So, oh wait, Olaf started red. Okay. And Ezreal leashed bottom. So he's getting pushed in anyway in the matchup. Olaf's doing red to bot crab because he doesn't want the Camille to have any type of pressure in the bot side of the map. And Camille does a red Krugs path, so pretty efficient, very non-early pressure path. If you look at his lanes, there's not really much he can do. Like maybe he can gank mid, maybe he can gank bottom at 6, but the Camille's really for damage control, and then once Galio is 6, obviously you have an insane combo. So FlyQuest want to hope that Golden Guardians mess up. If Golden Guardians mess up, they get punished by a lot of CC, really hard engaged by Ornn, Camille, Scion. So it's going to be really important to see how Golden Guardians move with their prio. Because as you can see, they do have 3 pressure lanes. They have the Vladimir farming top with Klepto. Although the Scion can get pressure back once he gets Cal. Or if he goes Executioners, you can actually solo kill the Vlad, but he's probably just going to go Cal, maybe get a little bit of pressure back in the lane. But yeah, this is expected. They have Lucian, they have Olaf, they have Urgot. They should get this dragon. Earth Dragon's really nice. Not only does this make... Oh, the next dragon's also Earth. So they can get the next dragon easier too because they have the Earth Dragon. And then they need the Baron pressure. So if they keep the control this early game, and then Baron spawns at 20 minutes and they have double Earth, you can force them to come into you, and then your Vladimir can get a really nice flank. So these are really nice dragons for Golden Guardians. I like the vision in the bot side. Pink wards are out. You just need to make sure that Camille doesn't get this Baron. I know, or not Baron, Rift Herald. I know last split, or last year, FlyQuest got a ton of Rift Heralds. They had really nice priority on the objective. Okay, Urgot pushing mid. Vlad's top, he has to be a little bit careful. You don't know where Camille is. But that ward's going to spot him soon. And they're handing off blue buff, so now they know where he is. Bot lane's going well. And they're getting plates. This is exactly what you want from Golden Guardians. No mistakes, pushing waves, respect numbers when they're missing. So they see the Galio and Urgot's basing. This is like Galio's only wave of prio. So respect that. Be careful bottom. Alright, they get a good chunk. They can't go too aggro because Camille and Galio can move down. And they really want this other dragon, but they should be abusing their lane prio. So Lucian has a base. Lucian has Bork, so now bot lane should be really good for them. They can get more plates bottom. Ezreal doesn't have his Frozen Gauntlet completed yet, so this Lucian should feel pretty good. Urgot should keep pressuring in. Vlad's doing well top. This is good for Golden Guardians. No deaths. They don't need kills. Yeah. So the objective from the draft, like obviously if you can get a kill, it's good. But you're up against a Galio with TP. He's going to get there first. You don't know where the Camille is. So this could be a 3v3 you're opting into for a brief moment until Galio gets there. And then you're outnumbered. And then both TPs come in. So it's 5v4. I really want to just see Golden Guardians play through numbers. You don't have to fight this. Just having the Olaf around here that's enough. You're going to clear that pink ward. You free up your Lucian Morgana to push this wave. Then Ezreal and Ornn are stuck under turret. And then you can get Vision in river. Abuse your Urgot pushing in mid lane. Make sure you get the Vision in enemy jungle. Track the Camille, push in lanes. You don't want to fight. It's really tough to play these comps because your room for error is really small. And even though they get the bind on Ezreal, it looks pretty good, right? But now you're outnumbered. Your champions aren't as good at skirmishing as these champions. In low numbers they are, but in a straight 5v5, unless the Vladimir gets a really good combo, you have a Galio, you have Ezreal, you have Ornn, you have so much CC, so much damage. And you have to play the pressure game. So there's only 2 kills. That's not too bad. Hopefully they can still pressure bot lane and mid. They need to get tempo this game. Play through prio. Maybe get Rift Herald. But Ezreal, that did buy time for Ezreal to get his Frozen Gauntlet. Since Sion got the Abyssal Mask, he does. Or is that Abyssal Mask? I forget. Well, he has the MR item, and so he's going to be pressuring the Vladimir pretty well now. He's not going to be taking damage. He burned Vlad ult, so now Golden Guardians has to be careful about fighting for sure. And FlyQuest take the dragon. So Ezreal's gotten to the point where he's fine in this lane. So this looks tough for Golden Guardians. The first mistake has been pretty big. They're losing this Earth Dragon too. And yeah, seems tough. If you don't have pressure with Lucian versus Ezreal, it feels so hard to play the game. Because early game is your time to shine. Once it's mid game, Ezreal for sure has first push mid. They have Camille Galio. It's going to be really hard to play the game. This is good though. If they get this Rift Herald, it's good. So Ezreal's still bottom. He has TP. Sion just based, and Sion has no TP. So they started with that timer in mind. Wow, Camille didn't die there. That's nuts. One for one. They got Herald. Alright, 1 for 1. And they get mid turret. So the game is still winnable. It is slightly FlyQuest favored, even though they're down gold because of the comp. But it's winnable for sure with the mid turret down. If they get really good vision around mid and they can maintain it, then it's winnable. But yeah, since Ezreal's getting first push, it seems really hard to me. And Ezreal's not really scared of anything here. Besides Vladimir, he's not scared of Olaf, Lucian, Morgana. I mean, if he gets hit by a bind, obviously that sucks. But he can outrange them really easily. He's not going to get run down by Olaf. So I like this. They get first push mid. They go down bottom. Rift Herald. TP back off. And Vlad doesn't TP. So this is all good. They don't get the turret. But they burn Scion TP. Vlad gets to push for free. Wow, that's crazy. They don't even look out of position. I guess what is the point of that black shield? Although he doesn't even get hit by the... That's so much damage. Olaf dies too. Okay, this game's going to be hard for sure. Olaf's going to be pretty useless. It's already a really hard Olaf game just because you can really only pressure mid and top after bot goes to shit. Or after the play bottom. I wouldn't say it went terribly, but he did get the Rift Herald on Olaf, so that was good. And they get a fire. So what Golden Guardians have going for them is the Vladimir. The Vladimir is going to get pretty big. He already has Void Staff, so he can one-shot this Ezreal if he has good positioning. But Ezreal's really not afraid of anyone else on the team. And they do have a lot of like frontline damage. Like the Urgot Lucian are going to shred their frontline pretty fast as long as they can do damage safely. But it's so hard to do damage safely against Camille, Galio, Ornn. Yeah, Golden Guardians needs a bigger lead with this type of draft. I like how they're tracking the Vlad. So I'm not sure if this is intentional, but the Camille goes towards the Vlad. You always want someone marking the flanker, so they feel safe. Vladimir's gonna come from bottom again. Alright, so they're going for a play top. They are moving first. Although they're going to be here soon. Galio TP's coming in. Vlad TP. Oh, wow. Yeah. So, we just saw what happens if you have a 5v5 team fight. And you get caught off guard with a comp like this. They're not tracking where Vlad can fight from. If Golden Guardians want to fight, if it's a 5v5, unless they really think they can kill this guy fast enough, but that's ambitious. They have to know they can't. I don't know. Seemed like a hard team fight to win. The Vlad's really strong. Like, if you can fight around a Vlad flank, I think they can win these fights. If he gets a flash combo onto Ezreal, like right here, if they can have a real team fight where he does this, even with a Camille Galio engaged on the backline, if Ezreal dies right away, that is probably a Golden Guardian's favorite team fight. So they need to pinpoint their condition before they go for something. They had the control on Baron. Like, look at the lead up. They do have Baron control. This is good. Now play around this. Vlad's pushing bottom. Vlad's going to have a window to TP. I would say you're on a timer this game in terms of being outscaled. unless you get a good Vlad flank in the team fights. So they need to understand they need the Vladimir. Alright, so this Baron's gonna hurt. When you're running tempo team comps, like this one, if you lose Baron, it's really hard to play the game. Double fire. So now it's pretty much up to Vlad. He does have death cap. Like I said, he one-shots his Ezreal. Pretty sure it's a one-shot through the Hex Drinker as well. Lucian went for SN3 for a second. See, the reason why it's so hard to play this type of comp is because when they have Baron is because you have to engage or else you lose everything, but you can't engage. Like, unless Vladimir's hiding, like, you're never going to engage with Olaf or got Lucian Morgana. So, since they see the Vladimir, they're not afraid of anything. They can just take all the turrets. Yeah, this looks hard. Triple on him. Look how much damage Vlad does. Like, it's not over. Well, I mean, now it's pretty over. But he does this damage the whole game. He had a Void Staff so long ago. And yeah, he has Death Cap now. But he legitimately can solo carry team fights if you get a good flank with the Vladimir. I guess this is a pretty good Vlad team fight. And he didn't even use Flash this team fight. So Vlad's a monster now. See if Zonya's. So it is winnable if Vlad gets a flank. So let's see where Vlad positions himself. He can't be in the base. He needs to somehow... Okay, so he's on the side. Camille's trying to find him, so that's good. Where's Camille going bottom? Alright, they see the Vladimir. Alright, it looks lost to me. The only hope was for Vladimir to get a combo on Ezreal. Yeah, watch Haunter. He's the only hope of this game. No, he needs empowered Q. He can look now. No, it's too far. Yeah, that's the GGS engage. You can't be behind with this type of comp with this bot side of your map. So I like what they do. They just go on the Vladimir, make sure he can't get on the Ezreal. Because the Ezreal damage output right now is too insane. Yeah, that's game. Turtle played really well this game. Or just FlyQuest in general. So it's a very clean game. They didn't make too many mistakes. I would say it's risky to do a draft like this against like a super clean team because you did have losing lanes and Camille. So you can get punished, but the fact that they punished the early game, jumped on Golden Guardian's first mistake, and was able to play a really clean game after that, I'm really impressed with FlyQuest this game. So this does look like a top 4 team, depending on how good Golden Guardians is. But just in terms of mistakes, the other teams definitely had way more mistakes. Like even Cloud9 had many mistakes in their game. TSM and Team Liquid were pretty clean. But like Optic, CLG, C9. C9 might be a better team than FlyQuest, but they did have a less clean game. But yeah, pretty well played by FlyQuest. I'm excited to see more of both these teams.